Left for a little bit, but I came back and always returned to this lovely little town. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, Creston is becoming much like a city. We used to have one street light. What are we up to now?
3,
5, 6.
I think there's 6.
Whoa! Watch out!
If you go to the bank now or the post office and there's 3 or 4 people in line, it's busy. Can't take it. So the word nostalgia is a formation of a Greek compound word. I'm going to give you a little lesson here. So sit up straight and listen. And many things where are we? Consisting, let's start over. The word nostalgia is a formation of a Greek compound consisting of nostros, meaning homecoming, and algos, meaning pain. And was coined by a 17th century medical student to describe the anxieties displayed by Swiss mercenaries fighting away from home. That said, nostalgia's definition has changed greatly over time, consistent with its Greek word roots meaning homecoming and pain. I'm going to write a report, so pay attention. Nostalgia was for centuries considered a potentially debilitating and sometimes fatal medical condition, expressing extreme homesickness.
Oh, wow.
The modern view is that nostalgia is an independent and even positive emotion that many people experience often. Nostalgia has been found to have important psychological functions, such as to improve mood, increase social connectedness, enhance positive self-regard, and provide existential meaning.
That's a big word. So can we just have a quiz here? Who thinks Lloyd wrote that himself?
I don't think so.
Something I've known for years. So let's enjoy some homecoming pain for a bit. Let's talk about the changes we see in town since we all raced up and down Main Street in 1974.
Mainers.
Yeah.
Yes, so as I go through some of these, and if there's some of you have a memory or something you'd like to add to it, I would welcome it.
Was it called Main Street though?
Canyon Street.
Yeah, it wasn't called Main
Well,
Street.
we call it
yeah.
just doing
Mainers.
Mainers.
You did Mainers.
Main Street.
Yeah.
Cruising in, right?
Yeah.
Canyon Street.
I never, everyone calls Main Street. I'm wondering where it is.
Yeah, it's
Right there, Main Street.
People are still wondering where Elcrest Drive is when I talk to them. Like, where the hell is that?
Alice Siding.
There you go.
Where's Alice Siding? No.
So some of the things that have been brought to remembrance are back in the day when boys and us would look for a place to smoke their stuff. Do you remember those days? Maybe not all of you.
You think Rory? South end of the school?
And some of the favorite places that I remember was Hospital Hill.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You would drive right up to the top, just about to the bush line, you turn your car around and you could look down
That's
Hospital
Jackie
Hill
Miller
and see the
Street.
cop coming, making that corner, and you knew you had to run.
Yeah.
Because by the time you got to the top, they were there.
Truscott's Orchard.
Where was that?
Truscott's Orchard on the back road.
Truscott's Orchard was another one. So
Devon
those were
Street.
some of the secret spots. Anybody remember another one?
The point.
W.
Yeah, the point.
W was what we called it. We used to party there. It was just off the back Erickson Road.
The W.
Yeah, just south of the back Erickson Road, just a field.
That was probably down one.
Well, there was Langland's
Yeah.
Field we used to go to.
I would like
By
it.
the Sun Key Farm.
Canyon gravel pit. Canyon gravel pit.
That's very good.
Devon Street where you used to go up
Better
and get a
question is,
six-pack.
who did not partake?
Never touch the stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, Main Street, cruising up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Go to the Dairy Queen.
From,
Dairy
there
rec
was OK
center.
Tire to the Shell station.
Yeah.
Making the loop. Oh, there's a lot of drive. We gotta go for coffee now. Remember that?
Strawberry Inn.
We never went for coffee.
Go to the Strawberry Inn.
Yeah, the Strawberry Inn.
We
And
went cherry at
do you remember the all-night party, the grad all-night party?
Yeah.
And we showed up at Twin Bays with a whole bunch of beer. And the police wanted somebody to take the hit for the beer. And he pointed at me, and there was about 4 other people. And I can't remember who they were. Anybody remember?
But it was written up last, on our 45th. Anita Ross had that paper clipping. Newspaper clipping
wow.
of you being arrested.
The
And
events.
I can't remember who else. It's
I can't remember who else it was either, but he just pointed, you're gonna take it, and you and you. I'm like, what did I do? Anyways, it took care for all of you people.
Well, thank you, Lloyd.
Thanks,
Thank you.
And what was your punishment?
A fine.
Fine.
So we should have.
Do we have?
Yeah, and he took the beer, of course.
Oh, that's not good.
Dirty rat.
So did anybody become a cop after that?
Jimmy
I
Jensen
applied
was.
to the RCMP and was accepted.
Jim
I just
Jensen
didn't go,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jim
Jensen
Jensen.
was RCMP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but he wasn't in this class.
Hi.
Yes, it was.
Jim Jensen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's on the board.
I'm losing it now.
Which board?
the blue board.
Okay, good. Can anyone remember some of the stores and shops that were on Main Street that we visited all the time?
The shoe store. The
And there was the
shoe
Club
store.
Cafe where you go
Yeah, that was
Gravy.
good Chinese.
Let's go there.
or rice and gravy.
And the Boston.
You know, she wrote that down. I thought it was really
No,
but it was rice and gravy.
35 cents.
Yeah.
Rice and gravy, 50 with coffee.
Yeah. I know that store. Yeah, I remember tarring the roof down there.
Yeah.
The Broster House,
Yeah.
Webster.
the Bus Depot, what about the Shank House out West Crest? Roland, yeah. Then the big department store on Main Street, the Co-op,
Co-op.
It was after.
and Webster's across the street.
Little Bell.
How about Heels? What was that?
Heal building materials.
Was it called Heels Building Materials?
Heal building materials.
The
Life
events,
was
yeah.
quite a
Valley
bit different back
events.
then, which is to be expected. But really, was it better? It was in many ways, but you gotta remember that we made more money now than we did then, so it's probably better now.
No, because everything costs more. It's relative, because everything was cheap.
And remember when we could leave our cars on Main Street and not have to lock them, leave the windows down?
We didn't lock our houses either.
Didn't lock our houses, everything was
Still don't.
unlocked.
Still don't in Canyon.
Well, kind of there is.
We don't have
There was 2 newspapers.
The review.
The Review.
but only one good one.
And the Advance is owned by the
Brothers.
Black Press Group,
I think so,
of course,
that's right.
and it's barely surviving. Everything is done online. Crest can buy and sell. Sold many things, bought many things there. And who's had a paper route of one of them papers?
I have.
You did?
Yeah.
You did?
That
Well, you
was
know,
nuts.
I went and got a paper route there when I retired. I was 30 years old, and I didn't even ask him how much the papers I would get paid. So I did 30 papers up and down Erickson Road.
Yeah.
And then when I got my paycheck, it was 2 bits of paper.
Well, that's pretty good.
I was funny. I thought I was getting rich, and I did 2 bits. But I got my exercise. Look at me.
Big Daddy.
That's why I'm like him, they don't have paper roads.
And what
anymore.
about the fly ash from the beehive burner from Pressburg?
Oh, yeah.
And the horn that would blow at lunchtime.
Sorry?
And 6 o'clock.
5 o'clock. We had to be
5
home
o'clock.
at 5.
And the veneer plant that was there, all the noise from that every night, you could hear the whining of that. And there was talk then of bottling the fly ash, putting it in bottles to sell to tourists. Remember that?
Oh.
How do you
So speaking of open windows, how about those 8-track car players that we had in all our cars at the time?
Yeah.
Where it would
Terry
just play
needed
over and over
Yep.
and over.
Half a package of matches to hold the
Terry
cartridge in.
needed a packet of matches.
Yeah.
So they didn't squeak.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
They would never
jam
stay
it
in.
so it'd be just great.
Just get it right and it would play good. Whenever I had my car.
So what about music back then? John Denver, Joni Mitchell, Beatles.
Every time I hear that song, I think of
Deep
it.
Purple,
Beatles.
War.
Ronstadt,
BTO.
Neil Sedaka.
Yeah.
There was lots more, of course.
Doobie Brothers.
Doobie Brothers,
yeah.
Rolling
April Wine,
Stones,
Ed
Superman,
Sullivan.
Allman Brothers.
Eagles.
Who was the
Whoa.
guy? Who was the
Big time, huh?
concert? The Canadian.
That's still a favorite. The
Had a concert in Brooklyn.
Battle of the
Electric Light Orchestra. Go disco dancing.
Yeah.
Bachman
Bachman
Turner.
Bachman Turner, Overdrive, James Taylor.
Blue Rodeo.
No, they never kind of.
In those days, no one carried an insulated coffee cup or a insulated
Where did
water
they come to
bottle.
Chris? To Chris?
We just dehydrated. Everybody carried it. But we survived without guzzling water all day.
Or drank out of water.
And wineskins was quite popular.
Oh, yeah.
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 Go skiing and buy Boone's Strawberry Hill wine, and by the time you got the ski hill,
Yeah,
water's
wineskins
frozen.
were for going into the bush or a party somewhere, you'd pack your wineskins.
I can remember that we'd have to
And
put it in
then,
your coat, try to rub it, and get it
Our
warm.
school
So
year itself, remember how certain guys would hang around the doors of homerooms like sentinels? Remember that? You'd stand there waiting for the homeroom teacher?
Oh, I love being a hall monitor.
You were there? Well, these guys would warn us when the teachers were coming out of the staff room.
Oh,
And
that's
everybody
it.
would quiet down and get in their seats. Weren't you one of them?
No, I was always late in grade 8. I spent detention there. Grade 8, I was never on time. 10 minutes late for class every day. And I'd have to walk.
Was it your mother's fault or?
No, it was my fault. My sisters were always on time, but they were.
Oh, you can't blame it on your sister.
They didn't help it.
No,
My recollection is we had some awful teacher in grade 8 or 9 that wouldn't let us go, and so I remember climbing out the window. So wouldn't let you go out
Jill?
the door.
You were right.
And then there was 4 or so students who just before the homeroom bell would stride down the hallway, taking up the whole hallway. You remember those guys?
No.
Was that you, Lloyd?
It was me.
We were inside it, sitting beautifully in our car.
And then Monday morning, when everybody would get together and talk about their antics on the weekend, bush parties, who snuck in and swam in the Creston Reservoir, who got some beer or Applejack, how
Out of the
drunk you
brewery.
got, out of the brewery. And how about running around the block in PE? You'd run around all the way to Erickson Road.
Yep.
And some of these guys would cut a corner.
Yeah.
And
Don't point at me.
Mr. Ferguson would have guys out watching and report you.
Yeah.
And if you got caught, you had to do it 2, 3
And
more
Mrs.
times.
Ferguson.
Or you got the broom.
That
They got She was just
They
as
only
bad
did
as
it
he was.
once, then they never did it again. But you had to do that
Yeah.
quite often in order to pass his class. And we still see those kids running that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I run out there and share my memories with them.
I thought you went, there's a short after.
Probably went with them.
Probably the one told them where to
Can I
cut.
tell you a story?
Cut the corner here, they can't see you.
Hey, listen.
Oh, there's a story over here. Who's telling a story?
No, I said you'd be running along beside him. I remember the nitpickers? And when they came through, they looked at your
Who
hair.
remembers these?
Oh,
In grade 9.
Who won one?
Honor roll.
oh,
Jill.
Jill.
Yeah.
Oh, Jill.
Maybe
Well, I didn't get
Lorraine,
this one. I
probably.
get my son to win.
Lorraine would have had some.
Who remembers these?
Lorraine probably had some.
Did you get some of those, yours?
Oh, yeah. Couple.
I won one.
I did too.
What is it?
I got caught snoozer.
These were the badges at some ceremony for the Grads of '74 that were handed out, and there was
Yeah.
quite a few that
But
were
that,
handed out.
wasn't that the teachers gave those out?
No, we made those.
They made those
made
out.
those.
We voted or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, I won one.
Good for you.
What is it?
Somebody dropped it.
What did you win? What did you win?
Oh, here, you pass it around. Go ahead and touch it. Most
Oh, how appropriate.
Most what?
Last.
Oh, yeah, that's a
What
good
kind of clothes did we wear?
Bell bottom.
Bottom.
Lee jeans.
Hot pants.
Platforms.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
bell
love
bottoms,
platforms.
Lee jeans, red
Mini
leather
skirts.
jacket,
Oh, red
Tie-dye.
suede Adidas. Larry Edwards.
Larry
leather
Edwards.
fringes on her jackets. Yeah, that was cool.
He still is.
Earlier on,
Still got the same swoop hair.
when we were allowed to wear.
And she's got here granny dresses.
Yeah.
I don't know who I got her from here.
Yeah.
And their hips were big.
Yeah, they can
I used to pick them up one time.
And then there was platform shoes. And both guys and girls wore those. And wooden clogs. And I still have one.
And perms.
Perms.
And the guys had.
I love
And
that.
orange leather work boots, that was pretty popular.
Okay.
Didn't bend her neck back.
Beaded necklaces, colorfully patched jeans. Remember all those? Embroidery on the jeans.
Sew your patches in.
And headbands, choker necklaces. And the good old peace signs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was good. And then the girls, of course, they all had long hair.
Yeah.
Nice long hair. And then the men, the boys, had helmets. It's like a helmet. Everybody had it. You look at those pictures. Yeah. We wore helmets before we had to do it mandatory. Now everybody has to wear it. So if you look through the yearbook there's a lot of businesses that were our sponsors that year. And I'll just name a few of them, like Smitty's, Tompkins Equipment, Pfeiffer Ford, Crestbrook Forest Industries, Erickson Shopping Center, Creston Builders.
Sheldon.
Who remembers Cowpoke House of Boots and Jeans?
Oh, that's what.
Williamson's had
I
it.
think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then there was Laguerre's Auto Body,
Yeah.
Auto Supply,
There was a lot of whiskey drinking.
McSeventy's Barbershop,
yeah.
Lords and Ladies. Yay! I bought a pair of pants there and they were white with brown pockets. They were so cool.
My dad probably measured your inseam.
Just saying.
Why the brown pockets? That's what I want to know.
Fashion.
White pants, brown pockets.
And a brown street.
Simpson Sears, Tax, Home Furnishings. And then there was Sight and Sound. Kokanee Broadcasting. The good old
Jesus, John Thompson.
1340 KFC.
Still there.
CFKC.
CFKC.
I got it mixed up with chicken. And the Handy Store. The Strawberry Inn, Gordy's Store. That's just a few of them, but there's lots in there.
And many of those were sponsors for Let's Make a Deal,
That's right.
because we had the game show that year.
Yeah.
So most of those are gone now, and we can be proud that we have a good amount of pot shops in town. There's a saying that grows around, change is the only thing that is guaranteed. We know that change is real and it's going to happen. We've all changed. I don't just mean on the outside. That much is obvious. after 50 years. But how about on the inside? We've changed there too. Our whole lives have changed. We've gotten older, better, funnier, tougher.
Better looking.
We've all suffered loss and unhappiness, but we've also had amazing joys with our families and friends. Some of us are rich, some are poor, some are somewhere in between. We are all on the journey. 50 years has brought a lot of change, and we won't get into politics. I'd love to. Except to say that the year we graduated, Trudeau was in power in Canada then.
Wow.
And there's still one that we have to get rid of.
Amen. Well said.
We won't get into how many things cost compared to 1974 unless we also talk about how much we earned
Right.
compared to how much our parents earned then. Like I said, everything changes. It's good. It's not all fun, but it's okay. As we look to the future that is ahead of us, those of us who are here, let's be grateful that we are alive and have a future. If you don't like your life right now, get over it. You have time to change it. If you do like your life right now, keep on trucking. Enjoy your health. Hug your family. Embrace every day. I want to end with a little homily. Appreciate where you are on your journey. Every season has a purpose.